almost 10% gains. Bull rally in the past 2 trading weeks. Hey there, Tamir from FibonacciTraders.com here with the daily market recap. Like, subscribe, and let's see the charts. Sit back, relax, we'll go over the SPY, the Qs, the Magnificent 7, and many more interesting names. Let's start with the SPY. Ended up the day almost 1% to the upside, and since Black Monday just 2 weeks ago, the SPY already gained 9.7% to the upside. We are just about to close this gap at the 561.75 area and then going new all-time highs. But remember, once gaps are getting filled, 90% of the times we will get a trend reversal. In this case, we might get a trend reversal to the downside, back to retesting the 553 area, and we have 2 more gaps to the downside that needs to get filled. One is the 545 and the other one is the 536 area. 85% of all gaps will get filled. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But until proven otherwise, SPY is heading to new all-time highs. We said this week we are going to have some nice bull rally. RSP, the equal weight EDA for the S&P 500, ended up the day 0.76% to the upside. Now the 170 area is the support. Next target is the 173 and the 176. QQQ 1.3% to the upside. Closed July 24th gap. This gap is filled now. The 473 area is the support, the upper border of the yellow zone. We had this downtrend, swing high, swing low, bounce, V-shape bounce. Since Black Monday, just 2 weeks ago, we are 13.5% to the upside. QQQ closed the day at the high of the day. Now, next target is the 486, and this gap at the 493. Dow Jones closed the day with 0.58% to the upside. Also, V-shape bounce. Since Black Monday, Dow Jones gained 6.3%. We're above the yellow zone, above the 402 area. We still have this gap, and we know that gaps needs to get filled. This gap also from here, from August 2nd, also here, the same price action we see from the past, we will see into the future. Next target is the 413 area, above it 421 and 431. Overall, Dow Jones bullish on all time frames. IWM closed the gap from August 2nd. This gap is filled. Next target, the upper border of the yellow zone, the 216.43 area, and then 221.80. Now we also have this gap at the lower border of the yellow zone, but until proven otherwise, bullish on all time frames on the IWM. Bitcoin, for the time that I'm recording this video, 1.75% to the upside. Nothing much in the past. We can say the past 2 trading weeks, Bitcoin's inside the daily yellow zone, and once we are inside the yellow zone, we know it's no trading zone. I'm waiting, as you can see, I have my alert over here above the 62.130 area. I want to see a break up above it, and then we will reach 65,600. But as long as we are inside the yellow zone, nothing much on the Bitcoin. And as you can see on the 4 hours chart, let the FTI recalculate itself. We are above the yellow zone, but we are still bearish on the weekly. We have lower highs, lower lows. Let's see continuation towards the 62,000, and then we will reassess if it's time to go long on Bitcoin. I'm looking on the crypto at the 4 hours chart also, because crypto, as you know, 24/7. So I like to watch the 4 hour chart. Each candle represents 4 hours on the crypto. It gives me a better point of view on price action. You do you. Everybody do what they what's working for them. And if you want, you can check the links in the description below. Everything you need to become a successful trader. Ethereum, the 4 hours, we are inside the yellow zone. No trading. Once we are in the yellow zone above the 2680, we will see 2725 and 2782. Below the lower board of the yellow zone, below the 2617, we will see 2580 and 2516. To the downside, MAGS, the Magnificent 7 ETF, close the day at the high of the day, trying to break above and close above the upper board of the yellow zone, above the 4560 area. And as you can see, V-shape bounce of Black Monday. Look at this. We had downtrend bounce already, 61.8% gained back from this downtrend. Now let's see continuation to this gap at the 46.55. As long as 44.24 is holding, we are inside an uptrend until proven otherwise. SOXX, the semiconductors ETF, also V-shaped bounce. Now we are heading towards the upper board of the yellow zone, the 238.83, and then closing the gap at the 241.23. As long as 230 is holding support for the SOXX, bullish until proven otherwise. KRE finally breaking above the yellow zone. Now we are heading towards the 56.78 and then 60 to the upside. We have a slight gap at the 53.31. This gap from August 2nd just got filled today. Overall, bullish on KRE, another daily close above the 55, and the bearish signal in the weekly will also become bullish for KRE. XLF 0.55% to the upside. XLF back to new all-time highs. 43.37 now is the support. We have this gap over here. Now let's see continuation. 45 and 46.24 bullish on all time frames on the XLF. XLE, the energy sector, as you can see, the upper border of the yellow zone just rejected price. Now the 90 area, the 50% retracement is the support. Let's see long continuation, and we will see 92.60 and 94.50. Mixed signal on the FTI. If you are looking to go long on XLE, I would wait for another daily close above the 91 area. XLU 0.66% to the upside. XLU, you know this yellow trend line. If you've been following me here on YouTube and on Twitter, you certainly know this trend line that holds the trend, the uptrend since July 2nd, bullish on all time frames. Now the 73.88 is the support. Long continuation, and we are back to the 75 and then 77, 70 and 80 to the upside. Overall, XLU is trending very nicely inside this uptrend channel. XHB, the home builders ETF, trying to recover. Now trying also to break above the yellow zone. We are going to close the gap at the 113, above it 116 and 121. Apple closed the day basically on the zero, and as you can see in the past 3 trading days, Apple not much of a price action, holding above the 221.50 and below the 227.50 to the upside. Let's see continuation above the 227. We are going to close the gap at the 232. Microsoft 0.73 to the upside. Microsoft trying to recover from this downtrend. Now 3 trading days, we are above the lower board of the yellow zone, which is a very, very nice signal to go long on Microsoft. As long as Microsoft is above the 409, we're heading north, 427 and 436. Nvidia 435% to the upside, closed at the high of the day. This gap is filled. Now, as long as Nvidia is above the 119 area, next target is 136 and then 146 to the upside. Meta 0.35% to the upside. Meta in the past 5 trading days, holding strong above the 519. Long continuation, 542 to the upside is the next target, and then 566. Google trying to recover and get back to the uptrend, but with all due respect to this 230% to the upside in the past trading day, we are still below the yellow zone. I want to see at least 1 trading day, if not 2, closing above the 169. We do have here some kind of a double bottom scenario that can reach the 173 and 177. And on the bright side of Google, we have a gap at the 181 area, and we know that more than 85-90% of all gaps, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they will get filled. Look at Amazon, 3 consecutive days above the 176.41, above the 50% retracement from this downtrend. We have a gap to the downside, and we have a gap to the upside, the 181 and 172. Overall bullish on all time frames on Amazon. Let me know in the comments below which gap will get filled first, the 181 or the 172. AMD, we've been talking about this name since this bounce of this downtrend line. AMD 4.5% to the upside, closed the day at the high of the day. 146 now is the support, long continuation, and we are heading north to the 162. And can we get the same price action between these 2 trend lines, between this trend line and this trend line? Can we get the same price action we saw over here? Bounce with some kind of a pullback over here. Can we get the same bounce? Are we heading north to close the gap at the 173 area? Sure seems like it, but the only thing we have full control of is our risk management. No one knows, remember, no one knows where price might be heading next. The only thing we have full control of is our risk management. We use Fibonacci and trend lines to identify with up to 85% chance where price might be heading next, but nothing is 100%. The only thing we have full control of, 100% control, is our risk management, and this is why we use the FTI. The FTI also gives us this green label where to put our stop for longs, and of course we have also the red label where to put our stop for short. In my opinion, as long as AMD is above the 146 area, we are heading north to close the 174. Tesla closed the day with 3% to the upside at the high of the day, finally breaking out and above this downtrend channel. But 1 candle does not change the overall sentiment. I want to see another daily close above the 216 area. Let's see continuation towards the 226 and then 237 to the upside. And we have this gap at the 245 area. Let me know in the comments below. Where do you think Tesla will end up this year? More close to the 271 or more close to the 180? Let me know in the comments below. Are you holding Tesla for swing trading? Are you holding Tesla for infinite? Let me know what you think about this name. Palantir, another day, 1.3% to the upside. Palantir, super bullish until proven otherwise. 30 is the support, long continuation, and next target is the 35.90 and 40 to the upside. We are very close to this uptrend line. This trend line helps us identify the trend is up as long as the price is stuck and searching to get stuck on this trend line, whether from the downside or from the upside. The way is up. Netflix 2.15% to the upside. Netflix inside this massive broadening formation, bullish on all time frames. And if you follow me on Twitter, I've been posting Netflix in the past few days since the break above the 628 area on Twitter and also here on YouTube. And I said long continuation, and we are going to meet this upper trend line, the upper border of this broadening formation. Shopify 0.8% to the upside, also stuck on this trend line. This trend line helps us identify higher highs, and as long as the price of Shopify is stuck on this trend line, whether from the downside, preferably from the upside, the way is up. Let's take the FTI to the last 21 trading days, or even maybe to the last 13 trading days, so we will get more support and resistance. Now, as long as Shopify is above the 70.26 area, the way is up. We still have this gap. This gap is still open, the 75 gap. Next target is the 82. SMCI 0.8% to the downside, stuck inside the yellow zone. And as you can see, the upper border of the yellow zone, very tough resistance. It's resistance since beginning of August. We have a gap over here at the 657 area. But for now, no longer an SMCI. I want to see first this gap getting filled and at least 2 trading days above the upper border of the yellow zone. MicroStrategy 1.74% to the upside. We are inside the yellow zone in the past 2 trading weeks. Look at this sideways move. As long as we will not get a significant move from Bitcoin, MicroStrategy is not going anywhere. Long continuation above the 140 towards the 149 and 163. AVGO Broadcom 1.2% to the upside. Broadcom, this gap from July 6/17 is filled. 159 now is the support. Long continuation, and we will see 178 and 192. Eli Lilly closed the day with on the zero. 3 consecutive days. Eli Lilly closed this gap last Thursday, and we know, and we are saying it over and over again, once gaps are getting filled, we will see some kind of a trend reversal, and Eli Lilly is a perfect example. Closed the gap last Thursday, and since then, Friday, Monday, some kind of a trend reversal. 897 is the support. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 5 names that I will be looking at very closely in the next few trading days. First is VKTX, 17.5% to the upside, broke this massive long downtrend line since February. 6 months of a downtrend is trying to break to the upside, long continuation, and we will see 73.30 and 80.40 to the upside. As long as we are above the 60 area, bullish on all time frames on VKTX. SoFi 6.6% in the past trading day. We are still below a massive downtrend line. I'm waiting. I will put my alert over here, the 767 area, breaking above the 767 area, and we will see continuation towards the 811 and this gap at the 860 area. Next, we have NVAX, Novavax, 7.25% in the past trading day. Now let's see continuation towards this gap at the 1550 and 1730 to the upside. PayPal 2.16% to the upside. PayPal is above the yellow zone, bullish on all time frames, long continuation. This area is a very difficult area of resistance for PayPal. Just look left and trade right. Long continuation, and we will see 72.40 and 76 to the upside. Melly with 2.53% to the upside. Melly bullish on all time frames, and as long as this name Melly is above 1930, we are heading north. Next target 2152 and 2300 to the upside. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video. If you find it helpful, educational, please hit the like, subscribe, check the links in the description below. Join me today on this magnificent journey on how to become a professional trader. Until the next video, stay safe.